Simon Sinek's Start With Why is more than just a business book. It's a call to action for leaders, entrepreneurs, and anyone looking to inspire and influence others. The core idea is simple yet powerful. Great leaders and organizations don't start with what they do or how they do it, but with why they do it. By understanding and communicating their deeper purpose, they inspire loyalty, innovation, and long-term success. Sinek introduces the Golden Circle, a framework that explains why some individuals and companies achieve extraordinary impact while others fade into obscurity. Throughout the book, Sinek provides real-world examples, including Apple, Martin Luther King Jr., and the Wright brothers, illustrating the power of starting with why. This summary will take you through each chapter, breaking down the key lessons, insights, and stories that bring this philosophy to life. Chapter 1. Assume you know. Sinek begins with a provocative question: why are some leaders able to inspire while others struggle? He challenges the assumption that we understand why successful individuals and organizations thrive. Many believe success comes from having a better product, more funding, or a superior marketing strategy. However, Sinek argues that true success stems from something deeper, a sense of purpose. He introduces the Golden Circle model and suggests that most organizations operate backward, starting with what they do and moving outward. The truly exceptional ones, however, begin with why, which is what sets them apart. Chapter 2. Carrots and Sticks. Traditional businesses use incentives and fear to drive behavior, but these are short-term motivators. Sinek describes how manipulations like discounts, promotions, fear-based messaging, and aspirational advertising can work in the short run but fail to create lasting loyalty. Instead of relying on these tactics, successful leaders inspire through a shared purpose. People don't just buy products, they buy the meaning behind them. Companies like Apple, for instance, succeed not just because of their innovative technology, but because of their compelling mission to challenge the status quo and think differently. Chapter 3. The Golden Circle. The Golden Circle is Sinek's defining concept. It consists of 3 concentric circles. What? Every organization knows what they do. How? Some organizations know how they do it. Why? Very few organizations know why they do what they do. Sinek emphasizes that why is not about making money, that's a result. Why is the deeper purpose, cause, or belief that drives an organization. Leaders who start with why create a sense of belonging and inspire action that goes beyond transactions. He contrasts Apple with other tech companies, showing how Apple's marketing and product development always revolve around their why, making their customers feel like part of a movement. Chapter 4. This is not opinion, this is biology. The effectiveness of the Golden Circle is rooted in human biology. Sinek explains that our brain's neocortex processes facts and rational thought. What? While the limbic brain controls emotions and decision-making. Why? Since the limbic brain doesn't have language, people often struggle to articulate why they feel connected to a leader or a brand, but they know it instinctively. This is why great leaders inspire. They tap into emotions, not just logic. When people believe in why an organization exists, they feel an emotional connection that goes beyond product features. Chapter 5. Clarity, Discipline, and Consistency. To effectively communicate why, leaders must have clarity of purpose, discipline in their how, and consistency in their what. Sinek illustrates this with stories of companies that lost sight of their why and faltered. For instance, Walmart started as a company focused on serving communities, but later became fixated on cost-cutting, losing its core identity. Meanwhile, organizations that stay true to their why, like Southwest Airlines, maintain a loyal following even in turbulent times. Chapter 6. The Emergence of Trust. Trust is built when people believe in the same things. Organizations that hire people who share their why create a strong culture, while those that prioritize skills over values often struggle with disengaged employees. Sinek highlights the example of Herb Kelleher, founder of Southwest Airlines, who valued culture above all else, resulting in a dedicated workforce. Trust also extends to customers. Companies that prioritize why create communities, not just customer bases. Chapter 7. How Tipping Point Tips. Inspired organizations create movements, not just markets. Sinek explains the law of diffusion of innovation, which states that early adopters and innovators embrace new ideas first. When an organization clearly communicates its why, it attracts those who believe in its mission. The tipping point occurs when early adopters influence the majority. This is why Apple's loyal customers eagerly anticipate every new product. They believe in the company's mission, not just its devices. Chapter 8. Start with why, but know how. Having a strong why is only part of the equation. Execution matters. Successful organizations balance inspiration with practical implementation. Sinek introduces the concept of the celery test. If a company truly believes in health, they should focus on buying healthy products like celery, not just following trends. Companies that maintain consistency between why and how build credibility and long-term trust. Chapter 9. Know why. Know how. Then what? Sinek warns against losing sight of why. Many companies start with a clear purpose, but later become fixated on what they do, leading to stagnation or decline. Microsoft under Steve Ballmer focused on competition with Apple, while Apple under Steve Jobs focused on their mission to empower individuals. The difference in approach determined their respective trajectories. Chapter 10. Communication is not about speaking, it's about listening. Inspiration is not about pushing messages, but about resonating with people's emotions. Great leaders listen, understand, and articulate ideas that people already feel but struggle to express. This is why Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech was so powerful. It wasn't just about civil rights, it was about a shared vision of the future. Conclusion. Start with why is a blueprint for leadership and inspiration. Whether in business, politics, or personal life, those who start with why create lasting impact. Sinek's Golden Circle is more than a theory, it's a mindset shift that transforms the way we lead, innovate, and connect with others. Organizations that remember their why don't just succeed, they inspire movements that change the world.